Students, this is Module 59, Graphing Perfect Competition. As we look at this section, this is probably one of the most important parts of economics in terms of micro. So we're going to do a little graphing today. What you're going to learn about is how perfectly competitive firms get graphed out, and then how that short run situation turns into a long run situation. So right away, is this a perfectly competitive firm earning a profit or a loss? Well, what you have to look at, again, always, is my marginal cost, how is that doing compared to my marginal revenue? Remember, marginal revenue is equal to price, which is equal to demand, which is equal to average revenue. So you can see that line coming in here, where marginal cost and marginal revenue meet. Right here is at 5 units. So it's meeting at 5 units, and then you can see that that spot is above my average total cost curve. So because my revenue is greater than my costs, this firm is going to be earning a profit. And you can see that right here with this box. All right, so where do we get that from? When we're looking at graphing a marginal revenue, marginal cost, average total cost, all those different graphs, where do those come from? Well, the first thing that you have to look at is a regular old supply and demand curve. So this is the market, supply and demand in the market for my product. All right, now remember, this product is going to be something like agricultural goods, because it's something that everybody's going to be able to produce kind of the same thing. So here's my price, here's my quantity, this is the price in the market, this is the quantity in the market, P1, Q1. So when you look at something like this, what's going to happen? Well, that is the market. I now am an individual firm in this market. It's weird. Firms make up the market. Market is going to decide what the firms get to make. So really, this supply curve is all these firms multiplied out. So you're going to do a little worksheet thing in your packet about grebes. And so the way you figure out the supply curve is you have to take all the producers of grebes, multiply that out by how many grebes they're producing, and then plot your supply curve off of that. I'll show you that in a second. But my firm is going to have costs for sure. So I'm going to have a marginal cost curve. There's my Nike swoosh. I'm going to have an average total cost curve. It's going to come down, bottom out at my marginal cost, and then come back up. There's my smiley face. And now my marginal revenue. Where is that coming from? Well, my marginal revenue is equal to demand, which is equal to average revenue, which is equal to the price. Well, you can see over here, here is my demand and my price in the market. So how does the firm get a price and demand for their product? It gets it from this graph over here. And there's a line that comes right straight through. That line is my marginal revenue, demand, average revenue, and price. That would be my Mr. DARP line. Where is my Mr. DARP line? Hitting my marginal cost. Remember, always go where MC equals MR. If you go to where MC equals MR, that's happening right here. If that point right here comes down and I hit at Q, let's say this is QF for the firm, then I'm going to have a price over here at PF for the firm price. So this graph is showing me what a firm is experiencing based off of this market price. Now, is this firm earning a profit or a loss? Well, it's graphed out just like the one you just saw. It is earning a profit because my marginal revenue, marginal cost is happening here. I'm coming down to my average total cost, and I square this box in right here. There is my profit. How do I know that to be true? Well, what I could do is say, hey, how much of that, or like, where's my total revenue? Well, my total revenue is price times quantity. So this box right here, this red box, that red box is my total revenue, or price times quantity, right? What is my cost? Well, my cost is going to be this green box. If I take my average total cost and I multiply it by my quantity, I'm going to get the total cost for me. Well, my average total cost is right here. If I multiply that out by my quantity, I'm going to get this green box. Total cost. Average total cost times quantity equals total cost, right? Total revenue is price times quantity. Well, if I take the difference, if I know total revenue minus total cost is equal to my profit box, right? Total revenue minus total cost equals profit. Well, then my red box minus my green box is equal to this purple box. And that purple box for me is going to be my profit. Now, you don't have to do it that way all the time. You can just go to where your MC equals MR, come down to your average total cost, square that over, and you're going to be able to see what your profit is. All right? So, as you're looking at the rest of this, this was a profit. My price was greater than my average total cost. You can see MC equals MR greater than ATC. Square that in. You're going to get yourself a profit. Now, sometimes you'll see a graph that looks like this. All this is showing you is totals, right? Like you're looking at your total cost and your total revenue. If you see a graph like this, you're never going to see it on one of my tests. You'll see it on the AP test. All you're going to do to find your maximizing spot is where the total revenue, which is this line, where is that greater than my total cost? That's my profit maximizing point. You can see this down here. Here's my marginal revenue, my marginal cost. Here's my average total cost. You can see there's my profit box again. So these two graphs match. Like I said, you'll never see it on one of my tests. If you see it on an AP test, just go for the points where they're separate from each other. That's going to be your greatest overall profit. In this case, you see a firm experiencing a loss. Now, how do we graph a loss? Well, same concept. I have my price or my marginal revenue, demand, average revenue line coming across horizontal. I'm still going to go where MR equals MC, but now I'm going to have to go up and find my average total cost. Well, what that's telling me is my per unit revenue is less than my cost. Therefore, I'm not making enough money. I am earning a loss in this section. What does that look like on my graph? Well, same concept, right? I have a supply and demand curve here. I have my firm over here. So here's my market. Here's my firm. What is going on? Here is my price, right? My Mr. DARP line coming across. Here is my marginal cost curve, okay? But if I'm earning a loss, right, what that is telling me is this price here that I'm getting in the firm, or in the market, I should say, that market price it's not quite high enough. My average total cost must be more than that. So in this case, my average total cost curve is up here somewhere, right? So I'm still going to go where MR equals MC. That is cost, profit maximizing, not cost anything, profit maximizing. I'm going to go from that point, Q1. I'm now going to go find my ATC. It's up here. And that box right there, that is a loss. And that loss, again, I can go through my red box, green box situation. If I look and see how much money is coming in, right? At this point, my marginal revenue is, like if I take my total revenue is price times quantity. Here's my price, here's my quantity. So there's my total revenue. If I look for my costs, again, take your average total cost, multiply it by quantity, right? So total cost equals ATC times Q. There's my total cost, that big green box. So the difference, that black highlighted section, that is definitely going to be the area of my loss because my total revenue is only this much and my total costs are this much. That is how you graph a loss. That's probably enough for right now. Go look at that Greaves piece of paper, see what you can do with that. I think the answers are also in Classroom. If not, I'm going to post them after this. Talk to you later.